Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another Valdez Venture. Um, Today's joke: what do you use to fix a hole in a pumpkin? Today we are actually working on a customer's lawnmower. It wasn't starting, so they got a new battery, um, and it solved the problem. Um, but I figured out to get it started, this blade disengage isn't going down all the way. So there's the blade, engage and disengage. And right, that little gray button right there, just past that spring, it's not going down all the way. But at some point in time, that cable got popped off, which is why that disengagement works. And it's also why it's not able to go down all the way. It's in the way. So I'm going to try and get this tank off just to get it out of my way so I can actually reach back there. I'm just trying to figure out if I can get this thing to start without me having to stick something through there to disengage that safety switch. Alright guys, so what I'm looking at here, and I'll show you again when I pull it up, but this piece here is not, it's bent at a 90-degree angle, okay? So you've got the front here that's facing the driver, and then you've got your cable for the engagement that goes through there and then attaches here on the inside. So on this one, you've got your front that faces the driver, but this piece right here is not at a 90-degree angle like it's supposed to be. So I'm going to try and bend this back so that the cable will sit in there properly.
Those medical pills all push me over. I kill my fill 3 times a day. These ethanol fuels won't make me sober. One flame to take the pain away.
Alright, so now when it's mounted properly, so again, this is the driver, this is the right hand side of the lawnmower. The cable's going to come up through this little hole and then attach to this. So now when you pull up, it's actually pulling up, not how it was sideways and then up. And then now this can sit, this lever can sit all the way down in the bottom here and actually disengage the safety switch. So now I'm going to put this back together, and then the cable's still not moving freely. Like if I just try to grab just this, which engages, it's not going in. So I have a feeling the pulley under the mower on the deck is actually frozen. But I don't need all of this apart to do that. So I'm going to put it all back together and then work on the next problem.
Everyone's seen death in their dreams, but we still wake up and go to sleep. Everyone's seen.
Alright, so as y'all can see, it's back together, and this cable ain't going nowhere. So I'm gonna see what's going on with the pulley down below. Alright guys, so you see there's the cable, it runs back and then to there, and then runs forward to that spring, and then that spring runs to this pulley. So that pulley is supposed to move, but looking at it, it doesn't look like it's going to. I may be able to just spray it with some lube or something to get it to move, but I may just start with removing all the dirt and grass and just see what's going on. Alright, so I removed the dirt, and then I touched it with the screwdriver. At the current moment, I'm reaching back here where I showed y'all earlier at the cable. But that's moving just fine. So, I have a feeling, because it is a metal cable, it may just be a bad cable. So I may just have to take it off and see where we get from there. Alright, so I ended up getting it out, and it was stuck. Like, it was stuck way up here, but I was able to pull it out. But as you can see, it ended up rusting inside of it, which is why it wouldn't move. All those little windings in there, all the little ridges that you can see, that's all metal. It's just a big metal winding with a metal cable inside. So it got stuck, and I did break it free, but I think if we just go ahead and see if they want to replace this, that would be the best bet. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to let them know. So I'm going to see if we can find somebody that has this. Alright everybody, so I talked to the owner, and they did decide to get the new cable. So I went and picked it up. It actually comes with the bolt, this zip tie, and then of course the cable. But the bolt looks fine, the cotter pan and everything looks fine. So I'm going to get this ran, and then once I get it back up to here, I'm going to show y'all what I do from there.
Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow.
Alright guys, so I got it on. I ended up having to take these 4 bolts out. I didn't take the knob back off, but I just dropped it back and put the cable on. Now, I get to put the gas tank back where it goes.
You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries as we'll find out. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you.
Alright everybody, so brake is set, choke is on, disengaged, neutral, fingers crossed, nothing. Alright everybody, so what do you use to fix a hole in a pumpkin? A pumpkin patch. So, try to get this started, won't start. It does spin over, I can't get it to spin over, but That's by jumping the battery cable to the starter cable. So I think it's got a bad solenoid, because on mine and my mom's, you know, you've seen my red Craftsman, you saw my mom's Husqvarna, they both did the same thing. When we put brand new batteries in it, the starter solenoid has gone. So brand new battery, it did start up at one point in time, but now because it has sat, because it has so much dirt, because it's so old, you know, just everything just stacked against itself, and the starter solenoid finally gave out. So I'm gonna call the owner, see what they want to do about that. But that's as far as we're gonna get this week. That will be on next week's video. So I hope y'all join us next time for another Vada's adventure, and I hope y'all have a blessed day.
You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I